All right, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's broadcast. It is Virginia Short Track Night here on the Speed Demon Racing Network. My name is Ryan Wayne, and I'll be the commentator here for tonight's events. See if we can go ahead and refresh what's going on here with iRacing. We are ready to go here tonight. 1 second as I try to fix the technical difficulty. There we go. I was able to fix that, so my apologies for earlier. Looks like that has now been fixed. We are ready to go racing tonight here at Richmond. It's going to be race number 1. It's a 40-lap race around this track in Richmond, Virginia. Race 2 will be Martinsville with the O'Reilly cars, and then race number 3, our final race tonight, is going to be at South Boston. Take a look on your screen here. This is Felix Hammer, the number 68. Goes here at the line. He goes to a 22.733. Currently Derek Hitt, the fastest right now here in this session. There to 22.477. Driving for Podium Project Motorsports, and it's the team that is trying to become one of the power teams here in Ripple Valley Sim Club. A lot of drivers driving tonight. We got Luke Gallagher, Nolan Kelly, Derek Hitt, Wyatt Blair, Trace McDowell, Jet Miller, and Michael Good are the drivers that are going to be competing for this team. Actually, top 2 right now. Podium Project Motorsports. A good lap there for Derek Hitt. And now Trace McDowell, that number 38, goes to the top of the charts at a 22.382. We can see the next driver on track here. Here's Aaron May, the number 10. Also have Luke Gallagher is going to start at the back. We have Jonathan Green, Wyatt Blair, and Cole Trudeau. Here's Wyatt Blair in the 73. 12 here on his first lap. Jonathan Green also now works his way to P12, 22.888. Aaron May goes to P7 on lap 1. Good mistake there from Jonathan Green. Let's watch Wyatt Blair here at the line. He goes to a 22.49. Great lap there for Wyatt Blair. He goes up to P3. And let's see what the 10 here does at the line. This is Aaron May. And he goes to the top, 22.379. So Aaron May is going to beat Podium Project Motorsports. And he's going to put that number 10 iRacing Toyota on the pole for right now. There's Jonathan Green right there. I believe Luke Gallagher was the other driver that has not posted a time, so he will be back there in 18th. I believe that is all the drivers here for qualifying. So it's going to be Aaron May that will lead us down to the green flag. Watch Jonathan Green here in the 517. We got a couple drivers that normally run Ripple Valley Sim Club, like Daniel Mosteller, like Gavin Austin. They're going to be competing here with IDK players in WP 400, so we want to wish the best of luck to them as they try to work their way up toward the front and get the best finish here in his e-ticket event. We've got a good crowd here for race 1 here tonight. We've got 18 drivers here at Richmond. I'd say we had some pretty decent real-life races here over the weekend. Caden Honeycutt dominate that truck race, and then Joey Logano able to pull away toward the end and hold off Chase Briscoe to get his second win of the season. That's his second short track win of the year, too. Have Samuel Spolster right here, the number 12. Welcome into the year, making his Ripple Valley debut. Spolster is right now going to be starting 16th, that number 12 for. That's going to be the end of this qualifying session. Again, this is going to be a 40-lap race here at Richmond. So go ahead and get these cars gridded up here, and we're ready to go here for race number 1 tonight. All right, the cars are lined up on pit road, and it's getting sunset here in Richmond, Virginia. Let's introduce our starting lineup. Aaron May and Trace McDowell will lead us down to the green flag here at Richmond. Road number 2, Derek Hitt in the 36 and Wyatt Blair in the number 73. Row number 3, you have Jet Miller in the 34 and Nathan McLaughlin in the number 27. Row 4, Chase Ingram in the 01, you have Ben Kuhn, Trackside Racing Group, Dodge Ram. MC Motorsports in row 5 with Cole Trudeau and Marty Schmela. Row 6, Jordan Herring in the 72 and Mason Lidke. Row 7, Kohler McGillen and Felix Hammer. And row 8, you have Jonathan Green and Samuel Spolstra, who's making his Rebel Valley Sim Club debut. And row 9, Nolan Kelly and Luke Gallagher, that Dale Earnhardt throwback. And Brian Post is at the rear of the field, but he is banned from Rebel Valley Sim Club. Those are the 18 drivers that are here for race number 1 at Richmond. Only 18 cars on left pit road here. Let's kind of give you an analysis of kind of what to expect here tonight. 80-degree air temp, 82-degree track temp. A lot of drivers were struggling here at practice, mainly with loose conditions at the end of the corner. And that all bears here this cooler track temp here for these drivers. Expect the progression to flare up for sure. All 3 races tonight on short tracks. I believe this is the largest lengthwise short track this series is going to go to. 40 laps here for race number 1. Aaron May is a driver that has won a Rebel Valley Sim Club before, but he's not done it this year. He'll look to put his first win this calendar year. At number 10, you got Trace McDowell, who lost in race number 1 last week by 7/1000ths of a second to Daniel Bostella. He'll look for redemption here tonight as he's on the outside of road number 1. Pace cars onto pit road. It's going to be Aaron May and Trace McDowell leading us to the green flag. And we are underway here from Richmond. Already fanning out 3 wide. We've got a battle for the lead, though. That's Aaron May and Trace McDowell. Give the advantage here. Trace McDowell going into turn number 3. One car. Oh, we got a spin in the back of the pack. I'm not sure who that is. I think that's Jonathan Green. It's Jonathan Green and Felix Hammer. So no caution as of yet. We'll stay green for lap number 2. It's Trace McDowell with the advantage. You have May, Hitt, McLaughlin is up to 4th. You got Jet Miller in 5th. And Chase Ingram right there in P6, that 01 car. Going to the 48 for MC Motorsports. He's done a nice job so far, up 5 spots from the start of this race. So he can ride on board here with this 48. Just being real careful with that throttle. Trying to maintain that advantage on the outside. He holds on to the 8 spots. Nice job by Kohler McGillen. Stay in 8th place. There's a battle here for P10. This is Jordan Herring in the 72 and Marty Schmela. You can see Motorsports right now all in a sandwich here with 8th, 9th, and 10th. Potentially here with this 8 of Schmela. Sideways moment right there from 72 of Jordan Herring is going to give Schmela the advantage, so he'll go up to P10. Ben Kuhn, who's lost 4 spots from the start. And you have Nolan Kelly here in 13th. See him right there in the number 88. And there's Luke Gallagher making a pass on the other number 88. That is Mason Lidke. Those 2 continue to fight side by side. Seven laps in the books here at Richmond. Got some great racing early on. Go back through this field. There's Ben Kuhn and Jordan Herring side by side now for 11th place. Closest battle right now we have on the racetrack. We'll sort that out here. Right, Blair holds on to 7th. There's Chase Ingram in 6th. Have battle for P3 soon. That is Nathan McLaughlin in the 57, who's caught up to the number 36 of Derek Hitt. Hitt's only 2nd start this year in Rebel Valley Sim Club. Saw him in the in-season tournament at Ground 1 in Chicagoland. Had a good qualifying effort and unfortunately wrecked out and finished toward the tail end of the pack. But had a nice run here so far in his 2nd start this year. Right on board here with McLaughlin. He's going to take a peek to the inside of Derek Hitt. That is a deep send into turn number 1 here for Nathan McLaughlin. He's going to get side by side here with Hitt. McLaughlin will fall back in line here. You've got Jet Miller on the 34. There's Ingram in the 01. Wyatt Blair. We're going there with the 48, and we've got a spin. That is the 34 that just went around. That's Jet Miller. Single car spin, and he is going to get it back underway, so no caution. Just a single car spin, and we'll stay green, but Miller will drop all the way back to 16. And back to the battle point here. This is Trace McDowell. Let's take a look at this the timing of scoring the last time by. And McDowell running some really good laps right now, 22.567. And the one thing that kind of burned him last week was the right spot, but fortunately toward the end of the race, 87 Daniel Mostola ran him down and passed him around the last lap. And he's going to look to try to avoid that here. Running some really good lap times right now as we get into this green flag run. Picked it up a little bit again on Aaron May. Next closest, fastest car on the racetrack is this 57 of Nathan McLaughlin there. Behind there's Coleman McGillen, who's continuing to try to charge his way up toward the front. One of the only drivers I've seen actually kind of using that outside line, kind of what we saw in the real-life race Shane Van Gisbergen did. Carry a lot of momentum off the corner. He's all over the back bumper here with Wyatt Blair. He can make the pass here going into turn number 3. Holding on to P6 for right now. And back here, Nathan McLaughlin and Derek Hitt still going at it here for P3. McLaughlin is a winner this year in Rebel Valley Sim Club. Got it done with the Miatas at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And contact here with Hitt in the 36. It's hard side-by-side racing, just what you want to see. Continues to take a peek right there. And you've got this 4-car cluster right behind. 3 of them are MC Motorsports cars, and that's Marty Schmela, Cole Trudeau, and Kohler McGilla. 3 different manufacturers as well. Ford, Ram, and around goes Cole Trudeau in the 84. Just like what we saw with Jet Miller, he is all the way off the racetrack, so he's not in impending danger from these drivers. And we're going to stay green here with 24 to go. They'll have 17 drivers here on the lead lap. As we get into this green flag run, Trace McDowell starting to pull away here. Aaron May trying to match his lap times here. 8.54 to 8.97 that last time by compared to those top 2. Their team trying to battle it out here. Established a gap here up by 2.8 seconds over Derek Hitt. Ingram holding on to 5th. And you've got Wyatt Blair, Kohler McGillen, Marty Schmela, and then Ben Kuhn be right there at 9th. And you've got Herring, and there's also Luke Gallagher, who has done a nice job working his way through this field. Their biggest mover so far at +7, starting at the tail end of this field. Here he goes to the inside of Jordan Herring going into turn number 3. This will be for the 10th position. Top 13 are drivers that haven't really had any incidents so far in this race. Looks like that's Nathan McLaughlin, the 57, that just went around. Another single truck spin. Again, he is out of the way of the leaders, so no caution. We'll stay green with 20 to go. We're at the halfway mark here at Richmond. Now Derek Hitt trying to hold on here. That's Chase Ingram who's going to join the party right behind that 01 car. He's going to work his way to the inside going into turn number 1. Been a while since we've seen Ingram in victory lane. I believe it was a couple months ago at Monza with the O'Reilly cars. Last time the 01 in victory lane. Here he is side by side with Derek Hitt. Brockman had a hard time getting around the 36. 36 is going to keep that third position as they head into turn 2. Pretty much single file back here. And you've got Kuhn, Lidke, Gallagher, Herring, and that's Nolan Kelly there in the 88 that just smacked the fence right behind. Trace McDowell as he's catching up with the lap truck up ahead. That is the number 68 of Felix Hammer, who was involved in the lap 1 crash with Jonathan Green. Hammer's going to get out of the way here of our race leader. With 16 to go is Trace McDowell out front. Lap times are so close right now. McDowell running some of the fastest laps on the racetrack. Got to be careful up ahead. That is the number 12 there. That's Samuel Spolstra, who just had a moment in the number 12. See if he can stay out of the way here for our leaders. So we're at 15 to go this time. Spolstra trying to get out of the way here. Let's see what happens. Oh, he's going to smack the wall and just about come down to the number 38 of Trace McDowell. With that, Aaron May started to close in the gap. It's about a second here between those top two. Now back to third place, you have Chase Ingram and the number 36 of Derek Hitt. They are still battling side by side here for position. Ingram trying to run that outside line. He's going to have a little bit of a straighter drive compared to Derek Hitt and put Chase Ingram up to third place. Ingram goes to third. Hitt drops back to fourth. You've got a 3-car truck battle right behind. That's Wyatt Blair in the 73, Colin McGillen in the 48, and the 8 of Marty Schmaler. And contact there with McLaughlin, the 57. I don't think he was too happy with Derek Hitt. Sent him around. We'll have to take a look at that later, but now Wyatt Blair under attack here from Kohler McGillen as they fight here for P5. Really impressed with Kohler McGillen here in this 48. He's now worked his way up the 5th spot. He's gained 8 spots from the start of this race. So he's probably going to get clear going into turn 3. And yes, he will. Move Kohler McGillen up to 5th place. We also have a great battle here. 8th, 9th, and 10th all together as well. That's Mason Lidke in the 88. Nice run here for him. In that 88 truck. We have Ben Kuhn in the 40. And then the number 00 of Luke Gallagher. And a lot of drivers kind of run that middle line here in turns 3 and 4 to get enough of a drive off the corner. Moment right there from the 40 of Ben Kuhn as Gallagher shoots it to the inside. Time for Podium Project Motorsports here this race. That's going to be a close call for both of them, but it looks like Gallagher is going to have the advantage here going into turn 3. Kuhn is going to yield here to the outside and put Luke Gallagher up to P9. Trace McDowell starting to extend the gap. It is now 1.6 seconds over Aaron May. 8 to go this time for McDowell. Another crash here. That's Ben Kuhn in the 40. It's like he smacked the inside wall in turns 1 and 2. We will stay green. Another single truck spin. 13 trucks on the lead lap as we are now at 7 to go. Next time by. A dominating performance here for Trace McDowell in this number 38. Runs so well here on these short tracks here in Rebel Valley Sim Club. Like every time we run these short tracks, you always see McDowell up toward the front of this field. And we've got a caution on the racetrack. It looks like Felix Hammer has crashed in the number 68. And yes, he is parked in the middle of the racetrack. So a big caution right here on lap number 35 involving Felix Hammer. And we are under yellow for the first time tonight. Hammer was running in the 15th position when the caution flag came out. So we'll take a look at what happened. All right, here's Felix Hammer here, the number 68. Yeah, the 12 of Samuel Spostra just came right down in front of him. Nothing Chase Ingram could do either. It looks like Cullen McGillen got a piece of it as well. There's Hammer just sitting right in the middle of the racetrack. Like Good said that might have just screwed McDowell's run. I'm not sure, man. I'm really not sure. I could see some guys do some strategy calls here, but we'll see how this all plays out. The field is now on pit road now. And a couple guys stay out on the racetrack here, so interesting to see how this plays out. But Chase Ingram will lead the race off pit road. He did 2 tires at a 9.88 second pit stop. There it is on the screen right there. Actually, hold on. Nope. Looks like all these guys are coming in now, so. You have one driver that stayed out. That is Jet Miller here in the 34. So he's going to take over the race lead here. Him spin out earlier in this race, and he's kind of mired back in the 12th position. He did not take tires. Jet Miller is going to take over the race lead. Got some of the trucks here on pit road. Interesting that those guys decided to pit now, but it's going to be 4 tires and fuel for all of these guys. Anybody that is a lap down is allowed to get their laps back here. Good opportunity for a job there for Jordan Herring. Get his lap back. But Jet Miller, yeah, interesting call here for Jet Miller in this 34. He stayed out on the racetrack. Big call right here. And also Chase Ingram in the 01. Driver hasn't won in a few months. See him right there in the 01. He took 2 tires on that last pit stop. Everyone else behind him is on 4 freshies. Got the 2 Podium Project Motorsports trucks lining up here on the same row, and then you've got 2 friends on the lining up on the same row here. That's Chasing with the 01, Aaron May the 10. So we'll see how this all plays out. First driver on 4 tires there is that 38 of Trace McDowell. But we're going to restart here with 2 laps to go. We go back to green. Which call is going to work? Is it going to be no tires on the 34, 2 tires on the 01, or 4 tires for the rest of the field? We're about to find out here with 2 to go here at Richmond. And Jet Miller spins the tires. And he's going to collect Aaron May as well. A hard hit there for the 10. And the caution flag is out. Michael Good called it. Interesting call by the 34. He ended up spinning his tires and then came down and collected the number 10 of Aaron May. And that's going to bring out the caution once again here on lap number 40. And we will be going to a green-white checkered attempt. That's going to end Aaron May's night. It's a tough break there for Aaron May. Ran in the top 2 all race long. And that's going to end his night for sure. Back in the 14th position. Let's go back and watch that replay here with the 34 of Jet Miller on that restart. So let's go back to that green flag. Let's watch the restart again. There's the 34 of Jet Miller. That's a good launch. Oh, yeah, maybe a little bit of help there from the 38. The 10 kind of came up a little bit. The 34 was coming down. Just a tough break right there, as he also collected 73 of Wyatt Blair as well. But crazy restart right there. And we're going to have one more here at the stripe next time. Here we go. The admin decided to keep this So here we go. We're going to go 1 to green here. We have the 38 and the 48. They're going to battle this out here. Both drivers are on 4 tires. Will be McDowell or McGillen. Green flag, and we're back underway. Good launch on the start there by Trace McDowell. Colin McGillen right there in second place, trying to hold on. That's Derek Hitt on the outside there in the 36, who's side by side with McGillen. A lot of trucks bouncing off the wall right behind, but it doesn't matter because next time by, it's going to be 1 to go here at the stripe for Trace McDowell. We got a crash behind. That's Marty Schmee with the 8. But it's white flag here at Richmond. How about Derek Hitt up to second? Chase Ingram in the fence right behind. More crash behind there. That's the 72 of Jordan Herring. But coming off turn number 4, Trace McDowell gets his 3rd win in Rebel Valley this year. He takes it here at Richmond. It's going to be a podium Project Motorsports 1-2 finish here with Trace McDowell coming away with the win. Derek Hitt second. Kohler McGillen gets his best finish in Rebel Valley Sim Club with 3rd. Luke Gallagher comes home 4th. And give a call to Nolan Kelly, who's going to come home 5th in that number 88 car. 3 podium Project Motorsports cars, actually 4 of them, finished in the top 5. So nice effort from that group as Trace McDowell gets his 3rd win in Rebel Valley Sim Club this year. Look at that, 4 trucks burning it down here at the start-finish line. It's a good moment there for team owner Wyatt Blair. 4 of his trucks getting the top 5. And give a call to Trace McDowell, man. He dominated this race from start to finish. Had to deal with that restart, but was able to come through clean. Get his 3rd win this year in Rebel Valley. Go ahead and get him here in the booth in just a second. As they're all parked here at the start-finish line, let's wait to see the number 38 here on the news channel. Oh man, love to see it.
While you wait on Trace McDowell, I do want to give some props to you, Ryan Wayne, for streaming tonight. That was a great call by you the entire time.
Absolutely, thank you. And there's Trace McDowell, and we'll get him in the booth. Trace McDowell, this is Ryan Wayne. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, Trace, dominating performance from you from start to finish. You start on the outside of the front row from Aaron May, barely nipping you there in qualifying. You had to deal with a restart as well after the 34 of Jet Miller spun his tires, but talk to us about how are you able to come through and get your 3rd win in Rebel Valley Sim Club this year.
It was a fairly straightforward race. Started on the outside of Aaron, like you said, on the start. Cleared him out of 2. Then I just set sail for the next 35 laps or so. Then the caution came out. I lined up right behind my teammate on the restart. It's unfortunate that he spun the tires. And then I just had control in the next restart, and they just couldn't keep up.
Yeah, I think that was a perfect assessment right there of everything that went down. You seemed like you were the fastest truck there on the long runs as well, and felt like the dominant truck won tonight, and you were able to come through, and congratulations on, once again, another win.
Thank you.
All right, that's going to be Trace McDowell coming away with the win. Great performance there from the number 38. And a great performance also for Podium Project Motorsports with 4 of their 5 trucks coming home in the top 5. A nice performance there by that race team as well. We've got time for one more interview here. We'll see if we've got anyone else that joins in for an interview. We've got Chase Ingram here in the number 01, and we'll go ahead and transition over to race number 2. Chase Ingram, this is Ryan Wayne in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah.
Well, Chase, we saw you had a good run there early on before the caution flag came out. It looks like you dropped back to P6 here at the end of this race. You had a call there at the end with 2 tires to try to give yourself the best position possible at the end. Talk to us about what happened there in those final couple of laps, send you back to P6 for your final result.
Well, I was running third, and then two lap cars of Samuel Borestra and Felix Hammer decide to be battling really hard for 14th while they're both a lap down, and they end up wrecking each other right in front of me. So I ended up hitting them because I had nowhere to go, and that brought out the whole yellow and caused all the chaos. And I figured I'd try and take two and see what happens, and then the restart with the for some reason McDowell decides to push Miller in these things and wrecks him, and then Miller comes down and hits Aaron. But then on the next restart, I just had no grip at all. I'm not sure if it was from the damage or from the two tires or both, but it just did not turn.
Well, unfortunate break there, right there for you. And yeah, we went over and watched that replay. Just got unfortunate damage there with the 12 and the 68 getting together. But all in all, how confident are you here for races 2 and number 3? We've got O'Reilly Martinsville coming up next here for the stream.
I've never raced this combo before, so we'll see.
Hey, go ahead and try it out. And Chase, thank you for taking the time for an interview. And we'll see you here for race 2 and 3.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, that is Chase Ingram in the 01 who came home in P6. So we'll go ahead and move over to race number 2 here for the live stream. It's going to be O'Reilly at Martinsville. This will be a 50-lap race. Last time we ran Martinsville was at super late models, and let's just say we don't really want to talk about it because that was just a circus show in its own right. So we'll see how this all plays out here for race number 2. O'Reilly at Martinsville. So give me 5 to 10 minutes to get that session set up, and I'll be right back. All right, welcome to race number 2. It's going to be O'Reilly here at Martinsville. Quite a while since we've been with race with the O'Reilly cars, excuse me. Back here, all the way back to July 27th. And also on a short track at Kern County Raceway over in California. A little bit different here for race number 2. Glad to have you here for race number 2 here tonight. Trace McDowell, currently the fastest here in this practice session. He's number 38. Just got his 3rd win in Rebel Valley Sim Club this year, which will tie him with Marty Schmela and Wyatt Blair for 2nd place win column this calendar year. McDowell's going to park it there in turn number 1. Still has that fastest time at a 20.367. Also give a call to Derek Hitt in the number 36. See him right there for Podium Project Motorsports. A 1-2 here so far for them. Interesting base paint scheme right there for the number 36. If I recall correctly, I believe that is the same base scheme used by Hettinger Racing. Back when they had their short stint this year in O'Reilly. And yeah, seeing a Ford Mustangs. Kind of weird seeing a Ford here in 2026 in O'Reilly because there are no Fords currently running full-time in that series. Just don't have the support from the teams. It's all been Chevys here in the O'Reilly series in real life. Then back to the other cars here in this field. We got Ben Kuhn, the 17. Up the number 40 last race. Typically runs the number 17 here at Rebel Valley Sim Club. And nice to have him back as well, that number 17. He's currently P3. You've got a 2-time winner as well with Jordan Jung in the 11. So Wyatt Blair in the number 73, who's currently 5th. Aaron May is 6th, the number 10. There's Derek Skladell in the number 3. I think we see him in the number 51, but here he is in the number 3 for this race. On the green of the wall. Hopefully he doesn't happen like that, wreck like that on lap number 1 like we saw at Richmond. But from P9 here, there's Nolan Kelly in the 88. Also Chase Ingram in the 01, who we talked to last end of the Richmond race. Right now he is P11 in practice. David Hamrick in the 32. Hamrick's a guy that normally runs well on these restrictor plate tracks, but we've seen a whole lot of success from him on these other type of racetracks, but now he does here tonight. There's Jet Miller, the 34, who took that no tire call and just did not work out for him at Richmond, finishing toward the tail end of the pack. That number 34 machine. We have 19 drivers registered for this session here for race number 2 here at Martinsville. Dowell, Hitt, Kuhn, Blair, and Jung are currently your top 5 right now. Okay, right there, number 67, figure out who that is. That's Jordan Herring. Yes, that's Jordan Herring there in the number 67. He typically runs the 72, but running a Corey Heim scheme. Kind of a replica scheme of what he won the Brickyard 400 with. 2311 Racing. Got just over a minute remaining here in practice. Make sure to hit a like on that live stream. We're talking about potentially doing a 4th race after race number 3, so make sure to give a like on that stream. Get us up to 10 likes. We get 10 likes on the video, we will definitely do race number 4. And that to be determined. So make sure to give a like on the stream and make sure to scan that QR code in the top right corner to join our Discord to stay up to date on the latest news and information, along with the schedule here for Rebel Valley. The series typically runs every Monday night at 7:15 Eastern Standard Time. All races live broadcast here on the Speed Demon Racing Network. Got a new man up to the top of the charts. That's Jordan Jung in that number 11, running a Denny Hamlin throwback scheme at a 20.325. He is right there in the number 11. 16 drivers opposed. Whoa, who in the world was that just went through pit road like that? Was that Aaron May, the 10? Yes, it was. What in the world? I have to talk to him at the end of this race. That was insane. He just killed so many virtual crew members in pit boxes. I can't imagine how much damage he just got, virtual damage he just caused there, the number 10. But, well, this is interesting. Well, anyway, on that note, we're going to go ahead and that's going to be the end of practice here. Our 10-minute practice session. We're going to head straight into qualifying now, where it's just a 5-minute qualifying session here for these drivers. So we'll see who gets the fastest time of the 19 that are currently loaded into the session. Take a look at our driver that was let's see if the driver that was fast in practice, he's not out there right now. Aaron May. And Trace McDowell, the man that won race number 1. Here he is, the number 38, who's getting ready to post a time. Well, as soon as I say that, he stops right by the start-finish line. There's Chase Ingram here in the 01. Chase, right before we started this stream here, well, excuse me, started the next session, said he's never run this combo before. Kind of hoping for the best there, that number 01 McDonald Chevrolet. Aaron May goes to the top here to 20.337. Ingram at a 20.502. Aaron May trying to back up his qualifying effort. He won the pole at Richmond in race number 1. And he's going to drop a 10th here from his first lap. So 20.337 there for Aaron May. And now Trace McDowell at the top, 20.231, the number 38 of Trace McDowell. So great lap there for him. Ingram stays in 4th. Luke Gallagher, P6. You've got Herring, Kelly, Green. Slidell goes to P3. How about Ben Kuhn up to P4 to 20.404? He loops it around there in turn number 1. Or turn number 2, excuse me. See who else we have on track. Here's Sebastian Sapien. At number 17, the HendrickCars.com/Hooter Chevrolet. Last time we saw him, he finished 3rd at Chicagoland. That number 17 car. He just decimates the turn 1 wall right there, but he's at a 21.789, so he'll be back in 17. We just got 3 drivers remaining here for, well, 2 drivers remaining for qualifying. Is the man that was the fastest in practice. That's the 11 of Jordan Jung, and you also have the 8 of Marty Schmela. Jung goes to P2 here on his 2nd lap, so that's going to put him in 2nd, and that just leaves Marty Schmela as the load man here. He'll post a lap time, and he goes to P6, so 24.42. Michael Tucker was a late entry as well. We'll see if he's able to get a time here to post a qualifying lap, or he'll be starting at the rear of the field. Everyone else has posted a time with the exception of the 21 of Michael Tucker. We continue to wait here for this race to start. See if we got any other drivers just kind of practicing laps around the racetrack. Here's Jonathan Green, number 517. For those of you who don't know about Jonathan Green, he always runs this number 517. Bago and Pure Michigan are always the sponsors on that car. Pretty easy to tell who he is as well. One thing I like how certain drivers have like a certain brand or certain identity. Makes it easy to spot on the broadcast as well. And that's something with Jonathan Green. Always runs that number 517. Starting back in P15 here for the start. Michael Tucker is on the racetrack. He's going to have time for basically 1 lap in this number 36. We'll see what Michael Tucker does here in this 36 car. And he's going to do nothing with that lap as he hits the turn 1 wall. And that's going to be the end of his qualifying run likely. He'll be starting at the tail end of the field here for this race. We have 30 seconds to go here in qualifying. Good turnout here for race number 2. 21 drivers on track, ready to go. Watch the 36 again. And I just don't think he's going to have any time to even put a lap down. He's going to be starting at the back here, that 36 car. And that's going to be the end of qualifying here at Martinsville. Trace McDowell, this number 38, trying to go for his 4th win in Rebel Valley Sim Club this year, is going to be starting from the pole position and that number 38 car. We are ready to go here for race number 2 here at Martinsville. The cars are gridded up here on pit road. Well, excuse me, on the racetrack. Let's introduce our starting lineup. Trace McDowell and Jordan Jung will lead us down to the green flag here for this one. Row number 2, we have Aaron May in the number 10 and Derek Spadell driving the number 3. Row 3, Ben Kuhn in the 17 and Marty Schmela in the number 8. Row 4, Jet Miller in the 34 and Chase Ingram in the number 01. Row 5, we've got Derek Hitt and Wyatt Blair. Row number 6, Luke Gallagher in the 00 and Jordan Herring in the number 67. Row 7, Nolan Kelly in the 88 and David Hammer in the 32. Row 8, Jonathan Green in the 517 and White Youngblood in the number 88 car. Row 9, we have Felix Hammer in the 69 and Mason Lidke in the 88. Row 10, Sebastian Sapien in the number 17 and Mike Tucker on his outside. And then Samuel Spolstra will be rounding out the field here tonight. 21 cars here on track here at the Martinsville Speedway. We're going to run down of what to expect here at Martinsville. 119-degree track temp. Drastic difference from race number 1 at Richmond. It's kind of be in the middle of the afternoon. The drivers going to fight a lot here on the start. Be careful with spinning those tires and kind of give general space. Martinsville on the track that got tough to race on an iRacing. Very close-knit, tight corner racing. Way to put on a show here at Martinsville. A half-mile paperclip here in Virginia. Make sure to tune in, like that stream, because if we get 10 likes on the stream, we will be doing here race number 4 for the first time in Rebel Valley Sim Club history on the channel. We're possibly doing 4 races when we get 10 likes on the stream. But here we go with Trace McDowell and the 11 of Jordan Jung, ready to lead us down to the green flag. The starter has the green flag in hand. And we are green here at Martinsville. Gotta be careful here going into turn number 1. And as soon as I say that, a huge hit. That's Derek Hitt in the 36 and Wyatt Blair in the 73. Caution flag is out on the racetrack. Lap 1, corner 1. And we already have 3 cars that are out of this race. And there's Derek Sladell as well, the number 3. We saw him start P4. He's got heavy damage as well. And I believe that's Mason Lidke in the 52, or the number 88 that also has damage. So 4 cars going to be out of this race already here on lap number 1. Let's take a look at what happened at the start. All right, here's the start of the green flag. We're going to start with Derek Sladell here in the 3. He started in P4. And a huge check up there on the inside line. Wow, what in the world was that? The 36 and the 73 just... That was really strange right there. Let's go back and back this up again. Really, really odd wreck right there with the 73. All right, watch the 73 of Wyatt Blair. Let's see the checkup. Oh, the 73 comes down into the 36 of Derek Hitt. That's how those cars get collected. And then Derek Sladell looks like he might have had some contact there from the 8 of Marty Schmela. And there's the 34 Jet Miller along with the 67 of Jordan Herring that got a piece of that. A lot of cars with damage here early on here in this race. And just like that, we're under caution here on lap number 1. Corner number 1. Probably be going back to green here this time, but a lot of cars out of this race. what we just saw. Squadell, Lidkey, Hit, and Blair are going to be done for the day after lap 1 crash. It's all right on the start. A lot of drivers spinning their tires. Just also checkups there on that inside line. Very careful here on this next restart. Dow leads. May is second. You got Jung back in third. Ben Kuhn is fourth. And then Marty Schmela is now in the top 5. So get ready for this restart. The pace car makes the hard left turn onto pit road. And here we go. Get ready to go back to green here. McDowell and Aaron May will lead us down to the green here from Martinsville. And we're back underway here on lap 6. Contact there. And it's another spin. That's Jet Miller in the 34. And Jonathan Green, more collision. That's the 17 of Sebastian Sapien. Go ahead and keep this green for now, but it's McDowell out front, Jung in second. Here's the battle for third. We have Ben Kuhn in the 17, Aaron May in the 10. 2 North Carolina drivers side by side here, going on the backstretch. Kuhn looking for his best finish in Round Valley Sim Club this year. He's going to set it down here on the inside of Aaron May. Like Kuhn is going to make the pass, so put Ben Kuhn up to P3. And now Marty Schmela tries to answer the call here in the 8. So he gets side by side here with 10 of Aaron May. Right on board here with Marty Schmela. Oh, and Jordan Jung's around the number 11. He just looped it right around in front of the leaders. And he is parked up against the racetrack. Let's see if he can get it back going here. Admins have decided to keep this green, and we'll stay green here on lap 10. Trace McDowell is out front in the 38. Give a call to Ben Kuhn up to second. Aaron May's going around here in the number 10. Another single truck spin, and that's heavy damage on that Snap-on Toyota, and that's going to be the end of his race as well. So Aaron May will bring that car to pit road. Continue to race here with 40 to go. Another crash in the back. That's the 36 of Michael Tucker that just went around. I think he had some help from David Hamrick in the 32. Continue to battle here. Let's give a call to Wyatt Youngblood in this number 88. The Raja Caruth scheme that he ran at Naval Base Coronado. I believe that's a throwback to Junior Motorsports' inception in the O'Reilly Series back in 2006. Call to him as he's up to P4. A lot of guys slipping, sliding around. We got another car that just hit the wall there. That was the 18 of Samuel Spolstra. He's having a lot of problems right now. He goes around again. Oh no, don't come. And he gets right in front of the racetrack, in front of the 517 of Jonathan Green. Man, I think lap cars are definitely going to come into play late in this race. You see Ben Kuhn works his way to the inside around the 18 of Spolstra. Dow gets his way around Sebastian Sapien as well. You have 13 cars here on the lead lap. Next time at the stripe, it'll be 35 laps to go here for Trace McDowell. Got a 2.1 second gap over Ben Kuhn. He has just been putting down some great laps as well. I think the lap time's right there on the left-hand side of your screen. Smooth, consistent laps is what you have to do here at Martinsville. This is such a rhythm racetrack. And a lot of the road course guys typically do well here at Martinsville. It's heavy braking zones and just being able to keep that car under braking, not losing it, keeping those tires in check. That's the big thing here at Martinsville, and Trace McDowell did a great job so far here. He just ran a great lap, 26.79 that last time by for 38. Ben Kuhn holding on to second. 2.5 seconds back. You got Schmela in third. Wyatt Youngblood, Chase Ingram. There's David Hamrick, who's up to sixth. Ellen Kelly is seventh. Jordan Herring in 8th, Felix Hammer back in 9th, and then Jet Miller rounds out our top 10 as we still have 12 cars on the lead lap. I'm watching this 18. He's going to go around again. Samuel Spolstra is just having a time right now. Hart against the inside of the racetrack. We'll see what happens here. And there's the caution. Caution flag is out with the 18 being stopped on track. Our second caution of the day here on lap number 19. And Sebastian Sapien's around again there in that number 17. Saw him spin around in the background. So we saw the reason for the caution right there. No point going into replay, so we're going to have 30 to go next time at the stripe. And these drivers have one tire set in the pits. Whoa, who was that backwards on pit road? That's Michael Tucker in the 36. Oh, we've got cars coming into the pits. A couple guys staying out as well. Trace McDowell, the first on pit road. He's coming in for those one set of tires that are in the pits right now. We'll go ahead and pull up our caution graphic right here. The drivers coming into the pits. So we've got McDowell, Kuhn, Schmela, Kelly, Hammer, Jung, Gallagher. The cars on the lead lap that are on pit road right now. Take their one set of tires in the pits. McDowell winning the race off pit road. Kuhn and Schmela. I'm only seeing a 10th for a box. It might have been a fuel only stop there for Trace McDowell. Yeah, I think it was a fuel only stop there for McDowell. So Kuhn, Schmela, Hammer, Kelly are going to come in for 4 tires. There's Jordan Jung, Spolstra, Sebastian Sapien. Just the field behind are going to be on 4 tires. Field getting their laps back here. Thank you, D-Bond YT. Go to the stream. I appreciate that, man. A lot of hard work goes into making these live streams good here for the community, and I'm glad you enjoy it, man. Glad to have you here on the Speed Even Racing Network. We run these races every Monday night at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, so let's set the stage again here for this restart. Closing on the halfway point here very soon. But the top 4 stayed out of the racetrack. We have Chase Ingram in the 01, White Youngblood in the 88, David Hamrick in the 32, and Jet Miller in the 34. Trace McDowell did fuel only. The first driver on 4 tires is Ben Kuhn in the number 17. He's restarting there in the 6th position. Here we go for the restart. We're back underway here at Martinsville. And the 34 spins his tires again. And he's going to collect Marty Schmela and Nolan Kelly. Caution flag is out. That is the second time Jet Miller has stayed out and has spun his tires and caused an accident. And unfortunate right there for Marty Schmela as well, the number 8. Heavy front end damage on that Valley Trusses Chevrolet. That's going to be the end of Jet Miller's race in that 34 car. All right, let's take a look at what happened again on the restart. Watch Jet Miller here in the number 34. Best clip we can probably get is from the blimp cam, so let's watch the 34. Yeah, spins his tires. Just on from there. Under caution once again here on lap number 26 at Martinsville. And yes, Mason, we are looking at race number 4. If we get 10 likes on the stream, looking at doing a race number 4 for the community. And that one will be a to be determined, so make sure to stay tuned for that. The big call here for Chase Ingram is we're going to go 1 to green this time by for the restart. Ingram, McDowell, Youngblood, Hamrick are the drivers that are on old tires right now. They're on 27 lap old tires. Felix Hammer, the closest right now in the 69. He is on 4 freshies. You also have Jordan Jung as well, the number 11. But it's going to be Ingram leading us back down to the green, this number 01 car. Back underway here at Martinsville. Another check up there on that inside line. These drivers having a hard time here on restarts. McDowell goes to the point. Here's Hamrick on the outside, the 32. We'll have to keep our eye as well on the number 11 of Jordan Jung. He's the closest driver right now that pitted for tires. Jung works his way to third. Ingram drops back to fourth. That's Youngblood on the outside. Sebastian Sapien also on tires there, the number 17. He's had a whirlwind of a race as well. He has spun out 3 times here in this race, and he's up to P6. Now Ben Kuhn flexes some muscle right behind the 17. He goes up to P7. We'll get that with the 17s here very shortly here. And here comes Kuhn diving it down to the inside. A lot of smoke up ahead there with the 01 to the 88. But put Ben Kuhn up to 6th. Continue to fight us. Trace McDowell up by 0.8 of a second over David Hamrick. And contact. Jung gives Hamrick the bumper, and around he goes. Going to collect Chase Ingram. Caution flag is out again on lap number 31. And the strategy call for Chase Ingram is not going to work. Well, it might work out still. He's going to be able to come in and take some tires, along with the 32 of David Hamrick. So under caution again on lap number 31. Our 4th caution of the day here at Martinsville. All right, let's take a look at what happened here with the number 32 of David Hamrick. They are going into turn number 3. 11 drifts up. Gets into him. Nothing the 01 could do either. Chase Ingram, just innocent bystander. We also had some contact there with White Youngblood in the 17 of Ben Kuhn. Go back and watch that one more time. Oh yeah, the 88 just comes up into the 17. We're under caution here once again at Martinsville. Man, this race is just always hard to get green flag runs here at Martinsville. It's such a close-knit racetrack, but see a lot of the cars now on pit road, including Chase Ingram. White Youngblood, who has just spun out here. That's interesting. What in the world just happened to White Youngblood? Go back and take a look at that. Gets the car up to speed and just loops it around in turn number 3. He was one of the drivers that came down pit road. We're going to go ahead and go green right now. Here we go. It's going to be McDowell and Jung leading us back down to the green. And we are underway here at Martinsville. A good jump there by Jordan Jung on that outside line. We'll see if he can stay advantage here with the number 38 of Trace McDowell going into turn 3. Again, McDowell is on older tires. He came in for fuel only on that last stop. See how this plays out for him. Jung came in on lap number 20. Ben Kuhn also came in on lap 20. And White Youngblood on the freshest tires overall. That number 88 car. Owen Kelly in 5th. Now a battle for position here with Ingram and Kelly. Ingram's also another driver that's on fresher tires as well. Guys continue to fight behind. There's Gallagher in 7th. Felix Hammer works his way up to P8 as he gets around the number 8. And another crash. That's Ingram in the 01. And Luke Gallagher in the 00. And Marty Schmalem in the 8. 3 cars have crashed here. No caution as of yet. We'll stay green with 13 to go. And Trace McDowell, hold on those old tires. Jordan Jung all over the back bumper here. Up Trace McDowell. Let's ride on board here with Jung. Oh, we've got a car stopped in the middle of the racetrack. I think that's Luke Gallagher. Yes, it is. That is Luke Gallagher in the 00. Who is parked up against the turn 3 and turn 4 wall. We're under caution for the 5th time tonight. Boy, this has just been an attrition-filled race. There is just no other way to put it. And Luke Gallagher will bring out the caution. Parked up against the turn 3 wall. Let's take a look at what happened here to Gallagher. We can back this up. There's the contact right there with the 00 and the 01 once again. And he's just stopped right there in the middle of the racetrack. Admin's had to throw the yellow. He's in a very precarious position right there on the racetrack. Two more likes here. We'll be able to get to 10 likes here on the stream, potentially here for race number 4. Glad to have everyone join in here for our races tonight. This is Virginia short track night. Might switch things up here if we get to race number 4. One to go here at the line. Trace McDowell out front. Jung is second. There's the front row from the start of this race. Ben Kuhn is in third. He's looking for his first win in Rebel Valley, along with Nolan Kelly there in the 88 and Felix Hammer in the 69, along with Sebastian Sapien in the 17. So we've got a lot of drivers that have a chance to get their first career win in Rebel Valley if things play out in their favor. But Trace McDowell on those old tires, can he hold on? Restarting from the inside here on this restart. But it's going to be McDowell and Jung here. And we're back underway. McDowell spins his tires on the start. That gives an advantage here to the 11 of Jordan Jung. But here comes White Youngblood. We're going to be 3 wide here in turn number 2. Going down the back stretch here. Jung, Youngblood, McDowell. Who's going to give the advantage? It's going to be Jung. And Jung slides up the racetrack. Here comes White Youngblood. White Youngblood now to lead here with 7 to go. Contact with Jung and Kuhn. That's going to collect Nolan Kelly. That's going to be a big one in turn number 1. And caution flag is out again. It all started with the 11 of Jordan Jung losing it in turn 3, and then escalated into turn 1 with Ben Kuhn and Jordan Jung. So under caution once again on lap number 44. Let's go back and watch that battle for the lead, because that was absolutely incredible. Watch White Youngblood here, the number 88. The 11 slips up the racetrack. That's Jordan Jung. Gets loose. And then contact with Ben Kuhn. Escalates into turn 1. Nothing Nolan Kelly can do there. And the number 88. Sebastian Sapien collected again as well. So we're under caution after a great move right there and a great battle right before that caution flag came out. One to green again. The admins are on it right now, trying to get this race done. But we've got Youngblood, McDowell, Jung, Sapien, Hamrick. That's your top 5 here for the restart. It's going to be 4 laps to go this time by. Can White Youngblood get his first win in Rebel Valley Sim Club this year? We're about to find out. Green flag and we're back underway. Going into turn number 4 this time. 3 laps to go. Can Trace McDowell get to the inside of White Youngblood? Side by side here. That's the 38. Trace McDowell trying to get back to the lead. He's been the dominant car here today. You've got Jordan Jung as well, that number 11. How is this all going to shape out? David Hamrick and Sebastian Sapien also side by side, but it's going to be 2 to go here from Martinsville. And a 32 of David Hamrick goes around. They're going to go ahead and keep this green here with 2 to go. Here comes Trace McDowell to the inside. White Youngblood trying to fight back on the top. Where does Jordan Jung go here as well? Trace McDowell trying to get an advantage. And contact with White Youngblood. What a save, but it's going to be the white flag. Here comes Jordan Jung in the 11. The 88 slips off the racetrack, and that gives Jung the lead. But here comes the 38 of Trace McDowell. McDowell, let's see if he gets an advantage. There's going to be a bump there going into turn 3. The 11's going to go up the racetrack, but here comes Trace McDowell to the inside. It's going to be a photo finish here at Martinsville, but give it to Jordan Jung. He gets it done here from the paperclip. What a finish here for race number 2 at Martinsville. Jordan Jung gets his 3rd win in the Rebel Valley Sim Club this year. And he will also tie Trace McDowell, Wyatt Blair, and Marty Schmela for 2nd for wins in Rebel Valley Sim Club this year. But congratulations to Jordan Jung as he gets it done here from Martinsville. In an attrition-filled race where only 9 drivers finished on the lead lap, Jordan Jung was able to survive with all the chaos that happened, and he gets his 3rd win in Rebel Valley Sim Club this year. We'll go ahead and get Jordan Jung here in the booth here to get his thoughts on that finish. What a wild result here. All right, we'll go ahead and head over to the interviews channel. And we'll get Jordan Jung's thoughts. There's Trace McDowell here in the booth as well.
Ryan, this is Marty Schmila from Race Control. Wyatt Youngblood was disqualified for not serving his penalty on that last restart. He jumped the restart clear as day. He was given a black flag. A pass-through penalty was not served. He has been removed, or he has been put to a 21st place finish. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for Marty Schmaler, our race control here. So White Youngblood will be, his 3rd place finish will be revoked. So that'll put Sebastian Sapien up to 3rd. Felix Hammer gets a career best finish. I think this is his first top 5 in Rebel Valley for 4th. And then Chase Engel will round out our top 5. We've got Jordan Jung now in the booth. Jordan Jung, this is Ryan Wayne. You got a copy? Jordan Jung, this is Ryan Wayne in the booth. You got a copy?
Hello?
All right, Jordan. How about that, man? Your 3rd win in Rebel Valley this year. A lot of chaos happened here in this race, and you were just kind of able to squeak through right there at the end and get your 3rd win in Rebel Valley. Talk to us about what happened there on those last couple laps and how you're able to survive and get your first short track win this year in Rebel Valley.
Yeah, I really didn't think I was going to have a shot after I spun early in the race, but we survived most of the carnage. Not too sure how we did it. I know the 38 was pretty quick, so I just had to get a good restart, and we did. And then just Martinsville happened there at the end.
Yeah, I think you kind of put it best right there. Martinsville happened at the end. You were sitting in 3rd place, so you're going into the final half mile of this race, and you're in the right position at the right time, and you're able to hold off the 38 of Trace McDowell here to get the victory. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to before we move on to race number 3, which will be Street Stocks at South Boston?
I just want to thank Trace McDowell for not wrecking me, because he really could have spun me out, but a little bit of bumper, and then he didn't really wreck me on exit, and we had to race out for the finish. It was a really good finish. I want to thank him for not wrecking me, because he really could have at the end.
Well, Jordan, I want to thank you for taking the time for an interview, and congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
All right, and that is Jordan Jung. We also have Trace McDowell here in the booth. Trace McDowell, this is Ryan Wayne. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, Trace, we saw you come down pit road on lap number 20. It was a fuel-only stop for you. It looked like you might have had advantage there because we didn't see a whole lot of green flag racing at all in this race. I mean, 6 caution flags for 50 laps. But did you feel like the tires would have been a little bit more of an advantage for you at the end to be able to get your 4th win in Rebel Valley this year?
I think you should fix your ticker because I took 4 tires, and did you not see my restarts? I had way more traction than everyone who stayed out.
Yeah, I think my timing and scoring definitely messed up because it showed you only had like a 0.1 second pit stop. So I definitely think timing and scoring was messed up right there.
Yeah, it just, I mean, it was a good race. Wish it would have gone green a little bit more. And I wish Youngblood would have served his penalty because he clipped me and got me loose on the final lap. Then I ended up on the wrong side of the photo finish for the 2nd week in a row.
Yeah, it was a tough break for you right there at the end, but all in all, still a great result for you. Any expectations here going for race number 3, which will be street stocks at South Boston?
As you can tell, I'm really good at short tracks, but anything can happen here because it's a short track. So we'll just have to wait and see.
All right. All right, well, Trace, thank you for taking the time for an interview, and we'll see you here for race 3.
Thank you.
All right, that is Trace McDowell, the number 38, who's on the opposite end of a short track finish once again, or a short track photo finish. But yeah, timing and scoring on my end had it at a 0.1 second pit stop, so I figured he did fuel only. But either way, it was a battle of the 4 tires there at the end, all things considered, and Jordan Dung was able to come through and get the win. We'll go ahead and get race number 3 set up. Give me about 5 to 10 minutes to get that set up, and I'll be right back. All right, welcome to race number 3 here at the South Boston Speedway, also known as SOBO. You're all here at the Speed Demon Racing Network. We have reached our light goal, so we will be doing one more race after this, and I will reveal the race. I will reveal the race at the conclusion of this one. So we'll have a race number 4. So I want to thank you all for achieving that light goal on the live stream. I really do appreciate that. And we'll be doing a race number 4. We'll do a short little sprint race for race number 4. And again, I will release what we'll do for race number 4 at the conclusion of this one. So go ahead and take a look here so far at the fastest times. Trace McDowell, who's just very confident in his abilities here. He feels really good about being able to get another win here. And that he's here. Looking right now fastest in practice. Just under 4 minutes remaining. Derek Slidell in P2. Chase Ingram in P3, Aaron May P4, and Ben Kuhn P5. Also, welcome a couple of new guys here. We got Gavin Galman's here, the number 14. Welcome him here to the live stream. Grab the Chili's Ride Dente Street Stock. 13th right now in practice. Actually goes up to P6 for that lap, so good lap there for him. We also have Bradley Schmela right there, the number 4. That is the father of Marty Schmela. You see on the ticker. This little change is able to make on the ticker where they show their first initials and their last name. So it's cool to see a father and son combo here. And this iRacing sim. Bradley Schmela right now is currently P15. Now goes up to P13 on that lap. So Schmela at 13. There's Jonathan Green. We also want to thank all the drivers that participated here tonight. I do appreciate all the support here for Rainbow Valley Sim Club and being able to join this community. It's been a fun community to host, and thank you all for taking the time to come out here on this Monday night and be able to race. There's Trace McDowell there, the 38. He's been the fastest so far in practice. And the man on these short tracks. Average finish tonight, 1.5. First at Richmond, and was able to come home with the second place finish at Martinsville. Right there. There's Marty Schmela in second. Derek Slidell is now third. What a pileup right there in turn 3. We have 18 drivers here loaded into this third race tonight. Got about 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining here in practice. Watch Marty Schmela here, the number 8. What a tough night for Marty. Got spun out in both races he participated in. Well, in the first 2 races, he's looking to bounce back here. It's number 8 car. Driver that has made the most starts here in Rainbow Valley Sim Club. Look back at the stats and statistics. Yeah, if you look at stats and statistics, Marty Schmela has been one of the top guys. I mean, he leads the series in top 5s and top 10s. I believe tonight he will be making his 52nd start here in Rainbow Valley Sim Club. Kind of crazy to think, 'cause this is race number 55. Rainbow Valley Sim Club this year. So he's only missed 3 races all time. So I definitely want to appreciate him and one of the people. Thank him a lot for coming out and supporting these races. Being able to help us in admin as well. We can come through and get win number 4 in Rainbow Valley this year. Trailing behind double 0 Luke Gallagher. We also have the 51 Derek Slidell just leaving the pits. He's had a great effort here in practice. He's there in P3 at JBL Street Stock. 20 seconds to go here in this practice session. Now down to the final 10 seconds. I think we're going to cars all over this field. Lidke of Hammer. There's Youngblood as well. So that's the timer has now expired. And we're going to move into qualifying here from South Boston. That's a great way to cut it out before we head into qualifying here. Wait for practice here to load. What's going on here? See if we can... There we go. Looks like we finally were able to get something going here. And there we go. There's Chase Ingram, the number 01, who's going to lead us off. Driving that McDonald's street stock. And Trace McDowell here, the number 38. Eric Skladell to the top right here at a 16.438. This is a driver trying to get his first career win here in Rebel Valley Sim Club. We pick it up here on lap number 2. No, he will not, but Marty Schmela goes to the top at a 16.425. McDowell's going to stay in P3 at a 16.465. Blair goes to P4. Aaron May is going to be P5. Let's watch Chase Ingram here at the line. He's going up for his second lap here. And he's going to be P6. 16.623 for Chase Ingram. There's Felix Hammer, who's going to go up to 14th at a 16.85. Just have a couple more drivers here to qualify. Here's Sebastian Sapien, that number 48. That's I don't even know what the heck to describe what's on the front and sides of that number 48 car, but here he is on track. This is his second lap in that number 48. He goes to P11. That just leaves Luke Gallagher in the 00. That is the final driver that's currently loaded into the session, unless Jet Miller posts the time. But with the final driver to post a lap as of right now. Lowest car there on lap number 1. Ian Goodwrench, Service Plus Chevrolet Street Stock is going to get to the line here as he saws at that wheel. 17.08, so he will be back in 17th here for the start of this race. Jonathan Green, the 517, he's going to be in 9th at the start. Pretty much at the point where we can just kind of advance the session if we need to. Everyone has posted a time that I currently see on the racetrack. I don't see Jet Miller loaded into the session, so we're pretty much good to go to advance the session if needed to. Schmela and Skladell here on the front row for this race. Nice little drift there from the 517 Jonathan Green, but gonna park it off the racetrack. We're gonna wait to see what happens. We have about 1 minute and 20 seconds left before we transition into the race. Definitely think about doing a super speedway here for race number 4. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards right now. Was in about 45 seconds left before we head into, and there we go. They have advanced the session. So we'll go ahead and get this session advanced. Everyone has been able to post a qualifying lap, and we are ready to go here from South Boston. We got a 50-lap race here, and then we're going to have a surprise race number 4, which I will reveal at the end of the race. Everyone enjoys this one. Got a crazy race number 2. But we did have a good finish with Jordan Jung surviving with off the 38 of Trace McDowell. But without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce our starting grid. Marty Schmela and Derek Skladell will lead us down to the green flag here tonight. Row 2, we have Trace McDowell, the 38, and Wyatt Blair. Row 3, we have Aaron May, the number 10, and Chase Ingram, the 01. Wyatt Youngblood and Nolan Kelly will be row number 4. And then Jonathan Green and Mason Whitkey. We have Sebastian Sapien there in 11th, and Gavin Yalmans making Rebel Valley Sim Club debut. Samuel Spolstra and Ben Kuhn will be 13th and 14th. Then you've got Felix Hammer and Bradley Schmale will be 15th and 16th. Luke Gallagher did post a time. I'm just out here just to commentate. Took up the spot, so my apologies there. And then Jet Miller, and those are the 19 drivers here, which should be 17 once we get radio racing. We get ready to roll here at South Boston. Let's kind of take a little rundown, kind of what to expect here. 107-degree track temp. Small 4/10 of a mile, about 4/10 of a mile racetrack located in South Boston, Virginia. This will be our final race for the Virginia short track night part of our live stream. We'll go ahead and do a surprise race number 4 at the end of this, but a good one on tap here at Sobo. Last time the series went to South Boston was with the Sweet Stock vehicles. MC Motorsports was able to come through with the victory. It was Cole Trudeau, that number 84, that came away with the win. Let's see if Marty Schmale can go back-to-back here for MC Motorsports here at South Boston. He's got some great competition lined up behind him. He's got Derek Slidell in the 51. You've got Trace McDowell, who has been one of the top drivers here in the series on the short tracks. It's kind of been his bread and butter. He's going to be starting right behind this number 8 of Marty Schmale. You've got Wyatt Blair in the number 73, who is the teammate card with 38 of Trace McDowell. He's starting 4th. You've got Aaron May, who is qualified in the top 5 in every race here tonight. And Chase Ingram 6th. But here we go here for race number 3 here at South Boston. It's going to be Marty Schmale, the number 8, and Derek Slidell in the 51. It'll be leading us down to the green flag. The starter has the green flag in hand, and we're racing here from South Boston. Side by side here going into turn number 3. Who's going to have the advantage? It's going to be Slidell and Schmale side by side. They're going to hit bumpers here. And at the line, it's going to be Marty Schmale. Looks like he's going to lead lap number 1. Some more swerving back behind. That's Wyatt Youngblood there in the number 3. Drive another Dale Earnhardt throwback. You see contact. Jonathan Green into the back of... Sebastian Sapien in the back of Jonathan Green. Nice save. And Green goes around again. Right in front of Felix Hammer, that's Gavin Yalmans there, the number 14, who's hard to the wall. That's going to be the end of the night here for Yalmans. We head back up front with a great battle side by side. That is Slidell the 51 and Marty Schmale the 8. Trace McDowell there in 3rd, Wyatt Blair 4th. Still got a car parked up on the outside. That is Gavin Yalmans, but he is off the racetrack, so we'll go ahead and keep his green. But it's Derek Slidell trying to get his first career win in Rebel Valley, who's out front. About 7 cars separated by about 2 seconds. See a battle now here for 6th place. That is Aaron May, the 10. You also have the 3 of Wyatt Youngblood. Youngblood's with a little slider. Nice save, though, from Wyatt Youngblood. Right in front of Aaron May. Had to check up there, but great save there as... Take a look at this battle. 4 cars separated by 0.5 of a second. Marty Schmale tries to peek a nose, but let's ride on board here with Trace McDowell. And around goes Marty Schmale. What a save by Schmale. He's going to drop back to the 3rd position, but they're 3 wide behind. That's Ingram, Schmale, and Blair now 3 wide. They continue to duke it out here. Aaron May looks like he had a little bit of a crash there in that number 10, so he's just in front of our leaders. But it's Derek Slidell and Trace McDowell, our top 2 here. He'll starting to get spread out here. Who start trying to distance himself. Here's a battle for 3rd. You've got Wyatt Blair in the 73, who makes contact there with the 8 of Marty Schmale. These two are just not giving an inch right now. They head onto the backstretch. The fight side by side. Chase Ingram just kind of watching right there, that number 01. Wait to see what will happen. You got Youngblood back behind as well. There's Sebastian Sapien. One car really sideways. I think that was the DeWalt car right there. That was Ben Kuhn, the 17. He's going to get it back together. He's back in 10th. There's Bradley Schmale in 11th. And then Mason Lidke is 12th. Jonathan Green, Aaron May. Those are the 14 cars on the lead lap. But Derek Slidell continues to lead. Up by 0.4 of a second over the number 38 of Trace McDowell. Let's take a look at the timing and scoring the last time by. Wyatt Blair, the fastest car on the racetrack at a 16.6. Almost a tenth of a second faster compared to this 51 of Derek Slidell. Make up that gap, though. He's still 2 seconds back behind this 51. I kind of wonder if Trace McDowell is kind of laying right behind this 51 car, trying to save his tires as best as he can. But definitely going to get a long green flag run here by the looks of it. This field really spread out right now. Two separated by 0.6 of a second. You've got Blair still in 3rd. Schmela is 4th, and you have Ingram. Go back here to the battle here for... Whoa, that was the 12. That was Samuel Spolstra just had a moment. He gets into the 88 of Nolan Kelly. And he gets into the 17. It turns Ben Kuhn hard to the wall in turn 1. And parked up against the turn 1 wall is Ben Kuhn. He is off the racetrack, but we'll go ahead and stay green for now, as Derek Slidell leads, coming to lap 18. And Spolstra, it's going to cause a collision. Caution flag is out. It collects Derek Slidell. Boy, this 12 car has been kind of a problem here tonight. You see Jonathan Green not happy with him. And we're under caution here on lap number 18. Oh, man, this has just been chaos here so far. We'll see what the leaders do this time. But yeah, look at the heavy damage right there in this 51 of Derek Slidell. How it affects the aero on that machine. Reese McDowell looks like he's clean, along with the 73 of Wyatt Blair. But the cars coming in. That's Marty Schmela in the number 8. We also have the 88 of Nolan Kelly. They're coming down pit road this time. But caution once again here from South Boston. We'll see what happens here if they reach the backstretch. I think we got some cars still on pit road, so we'll wait to see how this all plays out. But let's take a look at what happened to bring out the caution. It all started right here with the 12 of Samuel Spolstra. Just a chain reaction right there. Saw the 517 of Jonathan Green was just not happy with the 12 car. We'll go back to green here this time. One to go here is the signal from the iRacing virtual pace car. And Marty the flagman will get us back going here very shortly. But Derek Slidell is out front here as the starter will have a green flag in hand. And we're back underway here from South Boston. Great start there by Derek Slidell in the 51. Long way to go here. 29 laps here at South Boston. And a 51 sliding up the racetrack. Might have had some help there from the 38 of Trace McDowell. It's going to be a dogfight right behind. Trace McDowell goes to the point as his teammate Wyatt Blair is going to try to join suit in the 73. Side by side here going into turn number 3. Who's going to have the advantage? Continue to beat fenders going into 1. Slidell's still putting up a fight there on that outside line. guys continue to battle here. Top 7 all very close together here. There's Sapien in the 48 and White Youngblood in the number 3. Perfect shot here from the blimp cam of all the cars in one single camera shot. Just to give you an idea of what to expect here at South Boston. Contact there with the 3 of White Youngblood who put it in the wall. This is just what you want to see if you're Trace McDowell with the 51 and the 73 side by side. These guys side by side. Oh, contact there with Schmela and Chase Ingram. And Schmela goes around. End of the wall, head on after contact with the 01. I think he's able to get it back together. Yes, he will. So we'll stay green here. $23 to go here from South Boston. Sapien and Youngblood. Jonathan Green is up to P6. Ingram is 7. He's fighting here with Nolan Kelly and Bradley Schmela in the number 4. Hey, what? Trace McDowell might be under attack here. He is. Yes, he is. That's Wyatt Blair, the number 73, who is caught up to this back bumper. Got a battle of a driver versus his team owner. You got a little sideways right there in turn number 1. We'll see if you can hold on to the advantage here as they reach turn number 3. And on board here with Wyatt Blair. Kind of playing with that throttle, just trying to do whatever he can. Trying to stay in the wake here of Trace McDowell as he washes up the racetrack. Here comes Wyatt Blair in the 73. To the inside, Wyatt Blair trying to go to the lead. And to the point, Wyatt Blair to the lead here at South Boston. And contact from behind, Derek Slidell into the back of Trace McDowell. And this is just allowing Wyatt Blair to pull away. We're going to be 3 wide. That's never going to work here at South Boston. I don't know how they were able to get through that, but Wyatt Youngblood has worked his way into position here with 17 to go. And around goes Youngblood. A little bit of a commentator's curse as he's got heavy damage now in that number 3. They'll fall back in line, but it's a 1.1 second advantage here for Wyatt Blair over Derek Slidell. Got one driver trying to get his 4th win in Rebel Valley Sim Club this year. The other trying to go for his 1st. But it's 15 to go. Look at lap times here. Derek Slidell in this 51 was a 1/10 of a second faster compared to Wyatt Blair. Also, Trace McDowell had some really good lap times as well in that number 38. 14 to go here from Sobo. Keep your eye on Jonathan Green as well, that 517 who's been putting up some really good lap times, along with Sebastian Sapien. Last time we came to Sobo, the winner of this race was missing a front bumper. That was Cole Trudeau. Jonathan Green, that driver right now, missing that front bumper, but he's got 3.5 seconds back compared to our race leader, Wyatt Blair. Blair continuing to try to run his line here. It's going to be 12 to go next time at the stripe. Five cars are single file right now. If you look back at P6, you've got Ingram in the 01, Youngblood in the number 3. And not too far back, you have Nolan Kelly in the 88 and Bradley Schmela in the number 4. Mason Litkey is the final driver currently on the racetrack. Great battle here for P6. Last sliding here from the 3 of Wyatt Youngblood. Using up those rear tires a lot. They head into turn number 3. Reach 10 laps to go here in this race. We try to slide up. Still contact with the 01. And Chase Ingram holds on to the position. Head back up front, though, with Wyatt Blair, the 73, who has put down some really good lap times right now. Able to answer the call. And he's got the lead here with 9 laps to go. The driver right now still running in that 16-second bracket is Jonathan Green. You see him right there, that upper 517. Also, that's Felix Hammer right behind, who got caught up in an early accident. He's also on fresh tires, just trying to make his time through the field. Contact there with Trace McDowell and Sebastian Sapien. Those two are fighting for P3. Sapien finished third in the last race at Martinsville after the Wyatt Youngblood DQ. He puts it in the fence again. Moment right there for Trace McDowell. He's going to lose that third spot to Sebastian Sapien. And now he's going to be under fire here from the 517 of Jonathan Green. But it's a 2.3 second gap right now for Wyatt Blair with 6 to go. Got Mason Lidke up ahead. He's running in 10th. He's our last car on the lead lap. Nice move right there by the 88 to get out of the way here for our leaders. Back here, we might have a battle for P2 on our hands. Sebastian Sapien, the 48, trying to get his career best finish in Rebel Valley. All the back bumper of Derek Slidell. This is the fight here for P2. Contact, and both drivers are in the wall. And the caution flag is out. And this changes everything. Let's take a look at what happened here. There's Sapien in the 48. Sends it into the turn. To collide. And the caution was thrown. We have one driver on pit road. That's Slidell in the 51. He's got heavy front end damage after the contact with Sebastian Sapien. So a good run for Derek Slidell is going to be all for naught, as he's going to repair that damage on that race car. Also have Mason Lidke, Bradley Schmela also on pit road as well. Ready to go back to green here. With Wyatt Blair out front, you've got the 48 of Sebastian Sapien in second. You have the 38 of Trace McDowell in third, and Jonathan Green runs in fourth. This car still has the lights on, so this is going to be one attempt at a green-white checker. Again, at Rebel Valley Sim Club, there's only one green-white checker, so no matter what happens, it will officially be the end of the race. Here we go for the restart. Wyatt Blair in the 73 is your leader. You have Sebastian Sapien on the outside in row number 1. It's going to be Trace McDowell and Jonathan Green, and Chase Ingram round out our top 5. The Blair and Sapien are going to be side by side here for this restart. Who will get it done? Here from Sobo. Looks like they have added a lap here to the pace car. Lights are now off, so but either way, who will get it done here at Sobo tonight? We've got Wyatt Blair going for career win number 4 in Rebel Valley Sim Club this year, or can Sebastian Sapien finally break through and get his first career win? And same can be said right behind. That's Jonathan Green in that Fago car. Can he finally get his first win here in Rebel Valley? We're all about to find out now. Wyatt Blair and Sebastian Sapien. Who will get it done? Green flag and we're back underway. Boy, it is chaos right there. That's Derek Slidell in the 51. More contact here going into turn number 3. We have a sandwich right there for P7. But at the line, it's going to be 1 to go here for Wyatt Blair. Sapien and McDowell are going to be battling for position. How about Derek Slidell is going to work his way to second as Sapien goes around. Coming around turn number 4. Give the win to Wyatt Blair. He gets it done here at Sobo. And multiple collisions right at the end of this race. It's going to be Skladell coming out of nowhere to get P2. Youngblood gets 3rd. Trace McDowell 4th. And then Bradley Schmela rounds out our top 5. Podium Project Motorsports gets their 2nd win. Boy, look at all the carnage right here at the end. But Wyatt Blair gets his 4th win at Rebel Valley Sim Club. That now puts him number 2 on the wins list at Rebel Valley Sim Club this year. Look at all the people. They are just pissed off right now. But Wyatt Blair gets it done here from Sobo. We have a dual burnout here at the start-finish line. It's the 2nd win for Podium Project Motorsports tonight. Go ahead and get Wyatt Blair here in the interview room. All right, Wyatt Blair, this is Ryan Way in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
All right, this is your 4th win this year in Rebel Valley. You're able to get around your teammate there with Trace McDowell, the number 38, and talk to us about how you're able to hold on and get a win here in Rebel Valley here at Sobo.
Yeah, you know, honestly, I already knew I was pretty quick here. This is probably one of my best short tracks on the entire sim. I've been running a lot of races here recently as well, in street stocks actually, when it comes to hosted and just doing practice in general, just because I enjoyed the track so much. You know, really couldn't have got here to the end of the race if it weren't for Derek Hitt spotting me. And Trace McDowell, man, he ran some awesome defense there on the last restart for me. You know, I got really worried there when I saw that last yellow come out, because I was up to like I think it was like a 3 or 4 second lead, something like that. But definitely got worried there on that last restart. But yeah, he put up awesome defense for me. It was such a fun race, honestly. I mean, it was pretty clean from what I saw and what I felt, just regular old short track racing. But yeah, hopefully we can run something like this again in the future, because it definitely feels good to be able to win on a short track, as usually I just win super speedway stuff here, so it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, before tonight, I believe your last win was, I believe it was the road course race with the Euro NASCARs, that 1v1 battle with Aaron May. So you've been able to get wins on all different types of courses. But once again, Wyatt, congratulations, and hope to see you for our surprise race number 4.
Thank you. You'll definitely see me and I believe like 5 of my teammates. But yeah.
All right, Wyatt, thank you for taking time for an interview, and once again, congratulations. All right, and that's going to be Wyatt Blair. A lot went down there on that final lap, so you can take a look at that again. Take a look at that one more time here. A lot of cars went around there on that last lap. Let's go back and take a look. Kind of started right here. And Sebastian Sapien in the number 48. They got together right there. Chase Ingram went around. There's the contact. Let's look at all the cars just colliding right there at the end. Just on from there. Good comeback, too, for Derek Skladell after coming down pit road. Going to work his way up to P2 right at the end. All right, so that is going to be race number 3 in the books. We'll go ahead and make the announcement here for race number 4, our surprise race number 4. And I think tonight we're going to go to our super speedways. We're going to do trucks at Talladega. That's going to be race number 4, so we'll get that set up. I think we're going to do a 15-lap race, so just something real short. So 15-lap race with trucks at Talladega. So that'll be race number 4. Be sure to tune in for that. This will also be password protected as well. And I will share the password here in the YouTube chat and on the Discord. So give me about 5 to 10 minutes to get it set up, and we're going to do trucks at Talladega for our surprise race number 4 on the stream. Give me 5 to 10 minutes to get that set up. I'll be right back. All right, welcome to race number 4. The first time we have done 4 races here on the channel on the same night. Welcome you all here to the Speed Demon Racing Network here for what should be an exhilarating night here for our final race tonight. I don't know if all the drivers have been able to participate here in these races. And the trucks at Talladega, a combo that's always been pretty interesting. Combo always holds a lot of sentimental value to my heart as well, because this was the first ever race that was ever streamed to the Rebel Valley YouTube channel back on July 17, 2025. We had Chase Ingram, the number 01, getting victory. This should be a good race tonight. I really do. I hope we have a great turnout here for our final race for tonight. Some of the drivers who we've got on track. We've got Felix Handler, Aaron May, Bradley Schmelo, Wyatt Blair, Ellen Kelly, Derek Swindle, Derek Hitt, Tracy McDowell, Ben Coon, Jonathan Green, Tom Bear, Campbell, Luke Gallagher, Chase Ingram, Sebastian Sapien, Martin Schmelo, Wyatt Youngblood, Mason Lidkey, Samuel Spolstra, and David Hammer, drivers here in this field for our final race tonight, race number 4. Take a look at one of the drivers here on your screen. That's Felix Hammer, the number 68. Felix had a great run at Martinsville. I believe got his first career top 5 finish at Rebel Valley Sim Club. 68. 3 races, 4 for 4 tonight. Who that is going backward? Oh, of course, it's the Carson Hocevar car. I guess you can say he's riding the Dente. But that's Wyatt Youngblood there, the number 77. Backwards. Going in reverse on the racetrack. We also want to welcome back Papa Bear Campbell here to this number 71. We saw him make his debut last week in Rebel Valley Sim Club in race number 1. Have Levan Van Leer, a guy that knows how to get it done on these restrictor plate tracks. Won the in-season tournament race at Daytona with the Truck Series. That's the guy that knows how to get it done with the trucks. Bradley Schmelo there in the number 4. Here are these final 2 minutes of this practice session. 22 drivers loaded in here for our final race tonight. 68 and 10 here working together. Daniel Spolstra, the number 12. He's had a rough night tonight for his debut. Bounce back here for the final race. Jonathan Green had a nice run at Sobo, getting a top 10 finish out of it. There's our Sobo race winner. That's Wyatt Blair, the number 73. Those of you that just joined in, we'll go over our winners here tonight. In race number 1, Richmond's trucks, it was Trace McDowell who dominated that race and was able to come away with a win. In race number 2, Jordan Jung, who is loaded into the session, but not currently on the racetrack. He won race number 2 by 0.025 seconds over Trace McDowell. And then in race number 3, we saw Wyatt Blair go away with the win at number 73. So 3 different winners in 3 races. Can we make it 4 for 4 here tonight? This is just 15 laps. A very short race here at Talladega for these truck drivers. That's a vicious hit right there for the 73, but hopefully it doesn't come down to that at the very end. Definitely want to see a nice clean race here toward the end. Race 1, solid race, had 2 cautions. Race 2 at Martinsville, 6 cautions. Race 3, 2 cautions. Seeing a little bit of a trend here. Hopefully we don't have an uptick in cautions here. This just being a 15-lap race. I'm expecting this to be about 1 or 2 cautions here. If it's no cautions and goes toward the end, hey, that's even better. But see how this all plays out as we get ready to start qualifying here. We're just getting ready to get on track, and we're ready to go here for our final race tonight. We'll start with Derek Skladell, the number 51, who's rolling off pit road. This is one of the drivers that first ran here on the Speed Demon Racing Network, that July race we talked about. Photo finish with Chase Ingram. Still trying to chase that elusive first win here at Rebel Valley Sim Club. An equal opportunity track here at Talladega. They're going to get their first career win. It's one notable driver still trying to get his first career win. Looks like Ben Kuhn, the number 40, trying to get his first win. Jonathan Green, Papa Bear Campbell, Felix Hammer, Derek Hitt, Ellen Kelly, Sebastian Sapien, Bradley Schmela, Mason Litt, Samuel Spolstra, William Quick, Logan Bolt, Gavin Yalmans. All drivers still trying to get that elusive first win here in Rebel Valley Sim Club. And a perfect time to do it here at Talladega. Watch some of the drivers here on track trying to post laps. Some of them are probably not even going to try to qualify and just start at the tail end of the field. Watch one of the guys here. This is Aaron May, the number 10. iRacing Toyota Tundra. No one has posted a lap here so far in this qualifying session. About 3 minutes remaining before we start to head into the race. A couple guys in the purple here. I also want to welcome William Quick here in this number 31. By the Okuma Chevrolet. Richard Childress Racing number font. I think the first driver we'll likely see post a time. It's going to be Bradley Schmela. Here's the number 4. First is going to be Luke Gallagher, 55031 for that Burger King Chevrolet. Aaron Mace at the top at a 54.993. That was done on his second lap. Still waiting to see who else will post a time. There's David Hammer driving the number 75 this time. Gallagher there in P3. Just a shade under 2 minutes here before we start this race. Getting up here on pit road. Gallagher is going to stay third. Derek Skladell goes to second. Sebastian Sapien slots in fourth. A lot of drivers just love destroying that turn 1 wall. Heat-seeking missile. There's Leban Van Leer. How about Logan Bolt? Works his way up to P number 3, and that was just overtaken as Chase Ingram and Wyatt Blair and Mason Lidke. How about Mason Lidke? Give a call here to this number 88. He works his way up to P2, and as soon as I say that, his boss, Marty Schmela, has now overtaken him. So Lidke goes to third, Schmela to second. Watching Leban Van Leer here in this number 60. I think he is going to have enough time to be able to post a lap. Trace McDowell goes to P14. I think he will be able to get back to the... Well, let's see. Let's see what happens here. We'll go back to Leban Van Leer. He's at a 55.09, so Leban Van Leer will be back in the 19th position at Horizon Ford F-150. The only other driver that has not posted a lap is George Karafides, and he's loading into the session right now, so we'll wait for him to load in. Just have William Quick, who's worked his way up to P15, and Jonathan Green with a nice lap, who's worked his way into the top 5 in that number 517 car. That's going to be the end of qualifying here from Talladega. Chase Ingram and Marty Schmela are going to be leading us down here to the green flag here very shortly as the trucks will get ready to grid on to pit road. We've got a battle here on our hands. It is 2.6 mile super speedway nestled in Talladega, Alabama. 25 trucks are ready to go. The trucks are loaded onto pit road now. Let's introduce our starting lineup. Chase Ingram and Marty Schmela lead us down to the green flag here tonight. Row number 2, we have Mason Lidke and the Sobo winner, Wyatt Blair. Row 3, we've got Jonathan Green, the 517, Aaron May, iRacing, Toyota Tundra. In row number 4, we have Logan Bolt at number 51, starting alongside him. It's the other number 51, Rose Liddell. Gavin Yalman's at 23, and David Cameron, 75. Then you have Sebastian Sakian, number 7, and Luke Gallen, number 0. Row 7, Jordan Jung, 62, Trace McDowell, 48. William Quick, number 31, Bradley Schrader. Row 9, we have Carol Fords with Samuel Spolstra and Garrett Kidd. Row 10, Ludwig Van Leer and Nolan Kelly. Row 11, we have Papa Bear Campbell and then Felix Hammer. Row 12, Ben Coonan, number 40, and Wyatt Youngblood, 510 Chevrolet. And rounding out the field in the number 1 Petco brand, it is George Arapidez. Talladega is a beast in its own right. Drivers love racing here. Super speedway action here all night. Never know what you can expect. Equal opportunity racetrack, you can win. All about staying in trap, working with your teammates, putting yourself in the right position at the right time, avoiding the infamous thing that always seems to happen. Right. Thank everyone for tuning in here tonight here on the Speed Demon Racing Network. We've had a pretty fun, successful night here with Virginia Short Track Night for our first 3 races. And we'll go ahead and end this off here. Head over to Alabama, Talladega to run here with Super Speedways with the Truck Series vehicles. Chase Ingram is number 01, McDonald's Chevrolet, will lead us down to the green. He's got MC Motorsports on his outside. Number 8, Marty Schmela. Thank you all for tuning in here for our final race. It's race number 4 here tonight. Ingram and Schmela will lead us down to the green as the starter will have the green flag in hand. We are ready to go here from Talladega, and we are green. Outside line had a little bit of advantage at the start. Now it looks like they're starting to die a little bit as Chase Ingram is going to lead the surge here on the inside. David Hammer trying to start a third line there in that number 75, but he doesn't have much help behind him. The 01 Chase Ingram's going to do, he's going to block that outside line with the advance there from the 8 of Marty Schmela. A lot of herky-jerky right behind them. There's a triangle here. Where's Ingram going to go? He's going to stay back to the bottom. But it's going to be Aaron May who's pushing this number 8 of Marty Schmela, and Schmela leads lap number 1. Strength right now is on that outside line. Third line still not a whole lot of trucks right there. Let's see Dan Van Leer, the first truck there on that outside, trying to start a third line. Everyone's still pacing behind the number 8 of Marty Schmela. Got Wyatt Blair, the number 73, who's going to work his way to the outside of Derek Slidell in the 51. We also have Derek Hitt in the 36. That's a huge shove right there. That's Luke Gallagher into the back of Trace McDowell. Right on board here with Luke Gallagher. Contact with Derek Hitt. They're able to save it for now, but that was a very close call. That was almost a big one right there on that second lap. It's going to be Aaron May with help on the outside from the number 73 of Wyatt Blair, as Aaron May will try to hold that outside line as he will lead here with 13 to go. I talked about that third line a couple of seconds ago. It all started with that 60 of Levan Van Leer, and now he's worked his way up to this pack. Stay behind this 00 of Luke Gallagher. Let's ride back on board here with Gallagher. We'll have 24 trucks in this lead pack. Mason Lidke all the way at the tail end of the pack, just kind of trying to avoid what's going on. Big moment right there with the 73 of Wyatt Blair, as we're going to be 4 wide right behind. This driver's got to be very careful here. 4 wide going into turn number 3. You have Hamrick, you have Hitt, and you have Slidell. Slidell is sideways in the 51, but he's going to be able to hold on to it. Drivers have to listen to those virtual spotters, make sure that we don't see any more carnage right here, because this is just insane up toward the front. You have Levan Van Leer, the number 60, pushing the back of Aaron May. Hamrick, a driver that is known to get it done on these restrictor plate tracks. It's also right behind there with the 75 truck. Field works their way down the back stretch this time. Oh, we've got a crash. That's the 51 of Logan Bolt, the 517 Jonathan Green, the 31 of William Quick. No caution as of yet from the admins, and we'll keep the screen here with 12 to go. Now Aaron May with a big block there on Levan Van Leer. He tried to do a little bit of a side draft and did not work. And Aaron May is going to lose that spot as Levan Van Leer goes from 19 to the lead with 11 to go. Trucks still in this lead pack here. You've got Chase Ingram, our pole sitter, who's back there in 13th. All with a chance to still win it. How about Nolan Kelly in this 88? He's a guy that's never won here in Rebel Valley Sim Club. Jordan Craig, 62. These front 2 trucks might be a little bit of a disadvantage right here. The strength of numbers right now right behind them. Hammer's caught up to this group as well, so we'll have 14 trucks still in this lead pack. It'll be 10 to go next time at the strike. On the inside now, David Hamrick with help from Marty Schmaley on number 8. David Hamrick to the point, the Freight Auctions Ford F-150. Contact there, I think that was the 88 and the 62 that got together right there in turn 1. David Hamrick, he's got dealer's choice right here. Which line is he going to block? Is he going to stay in the middle, or is he going to go to the outside? Nolan Kelly's got advantage. And he's got a teammate right behind him as well, the 36 of Derek Hitt. Now the 75. That's not the spot you want to be, right in that sucker hole. Not the spot to be if you're David Hamrick. He's going to try to fall back in line. He does right in front of the number 8 of Marty Schmaley. Here you've got Nolan Kelly in the number 88. How about Derek Slidell trying to go through the middle in the 51? Big block behind there with Wyatt Blair and Aaron May. Levan Van Leer with help. Whoa, what is going on here? That is the 36 of Derek Hitt. That looked like a huge neck code right there. Like 2 cars were just kind of stuck together right there. We got a spin. That's Wyatt Blair in the 73, chasing him in the 01, who's hard in the wall. Like that was just 2 trucks for right now. We'll go ahead and stay green. We just have 11 trucks here in this lead pack. Really weird what just happened right there with the 36 of Derek Hitt, but he has lost this lead pack now. We have 11 cars remaining, all the way back to Trace McDowell in the 38. Next time by at the stripe. It's going to be 8 laps to go for Jordan Jung. Driving that Christopher Bell, Hallmark Racing Toyota Tundra. As they pass the loaded trucks of Jonathan Green and Logan Bolt. One car went all the way through there. I think that was Marty Schmela, the number 8. Go ahead and get back in line. We still have those 11 trucks in this lead pack. All behind this number 62, Jordan Jung, our Martinsville winner. A lot of jostling right here. Jordan Jung now trying to block that inside line. See a third line trying to start here with the 51 of Derek Squidell. Lone truck there on that outside, or the middle groove, excuse me. That's the 77 of Wyatt Youngblood. Seven to go here from Talladega. Aaron May now trying to start something right there, the number 10. He's got his buddy, the 00 of Luke Gallagher, with him. And how about Felix Hammer, this number 68, trying to get his first career win. That's how he and the number 10 of Aaron May work together in practice. Huge shove right there from the 00 to the back of the 10. On board here with Aaron May. Truck now going up to block that outside. That's Nolan Kelly there in the number 30, number 88. That's going to slow down that outside line. And contact, around goes Nolan Kelly. He's going to collect Trace McDowell, and the caution flag is out on lap number 9. Well, time to bunch the field back up together again. You saw it live on that in-car shot. Riding aboard the number 10 of Aaron May. We're under caution here on lap number 10. It's kind of an accordion effect right there. Let's go back and take a look what happened. Watch the 88 here of Nolan Kelly. He jumped up to that outside line. Let's see if we can switch it up here from the blimp cam. Let's play this in slow motion. The 68 of Felix Hammer is just going to tag him right there in the left rear. And nothing the 38 of Trace McDowell could do. Just an innocent bystander. There's contact there with the 88 into the 10. And also the 10 into the 00. And a hard hit into the wall there for Trace McDowell in the number 38. Under caution. Here for the first time tonight. See what the admins decide to do here. I'm sure some of these drivers are going to come in to repair some damage. See what happens here. Let's see the first car coming in. Like this, nope, 60 is going to stay out, along with Wyatt Youngblood. Looks like Aaron May with the first on pit road, along with the 88 of Nolan Kelly. Those drivers were collected in the crash. You got William Quick, who's back there. The truck, I'm trying to identify who that is. That's also on pit road. I think that's the it's not 68. That is the number 38 of Trace McDowell. We also have George Carafides, the number 1. The one to go here from the admin, so we're going to go green next time by. 4 laps to go, we'll go back to racing. Rundown here of this running order. We've got Jordan Jung at a 62 who's out front. You have David Hammer who's second. Van Leer is third. Mark Schmela is fourth. And then you have Wyatt Youngblood rounds out our top 5. Squidell is there at 6th in 51. Gallagher is running in 7th. Wyatt Blair is 8th. Samuel Spolstra is at 9th. You have Bradley Schmela rounds out our top 10. Now Papa Bear Campbell Ben Kuhn, Fashion Safety, Gavin Galvins, Mason Lidke, Chase Ingram with that heavy damage, Derek Hitt, William Quick, Aaron Mays off pit road as well. He's got front end damage. Nolan Kelly. We also have Trace McDowell. And George Carafitas is leaving the pits as well. There's Logan Bolt, the 51. Felix Hammer still on pit road. And Jonathan Green is still on pit road. So we still have 23 trucks that are on the racetrack here. Get ready to go back to green. Here we go. It's going to be 4 laps of racing to go here from Talladega. All gloves are off now. Starter has the green flag in hand. Here we go as they reach the Geico restart zone. We're back underway. This time, the outside line has the advantage. David Hamrick with help from Marty Schmela. Schmela's going to try to peek his nose here to try to get away this race lead. The top 11 trucks all right together here in this pack. Now Schmela, what a top shelf, from the top shelf to the bottom shelf. What a move there from Schmela. He's not going to have much drafting help, though, because White Youngblood is all over the back bumper of David Hamrick. Next time at the stripe, it's going to be 3 laps to go here from Talladega. '77 of White Youngblood not consistent with those pushes right now. You see he's not really committed that back bumper. The 75 of David Hamrick and contact Hamrick. What a save by David Hamrick. He had some help from Jordan Jung in the 62. That's going to send him out of line. We got another crash. That's Leban Van Leer, who's went up into the air for a little bit. And a huge hit with the 31 of William Quick. And the caution flag is out. Bradley Schmela's involved. There's Derek Hitt. George Carafitas in the 1. Aaron May and Ben Kuhn were also collected. So we're going to have a green-white checkered here at the end of this race. And also Logan Bolt, the 51. All right, let's take a look at what happened here to Leban Van Leer. He's already around here on this timestamp. Let's back this up just a little bit. You can play it up here from a blimp cam. The 4 kind of comes down a little bit. Wow, look at the 60 goes up into the air there. That was Leban Van Leer. Huge hit right there from the 31 of Gage Quick. Or William Quick, excuse me. I apologize to the camera. We're just kind of look around here and see what was going on. Let's go back and watch this one more time. Watch the 60 here of Van Leer. There's the contact. Up into the air he goes. There's the hit from Ben Kuhn. Wow, that 31 just drilled the 60 there. I also saw Ben Kuhn in the number 40 that hit that inside wall, and it's the big one, and that will bring out the caution. Trucks on the pit road. That's Mason Lidke at 31. I'm surprised he's still rolling after that hit he took onto the back bumper of the 60. see what happens here with the... All right, one to go this time. So this will be a green-white checkered finish. These are the guaranteed final 2 laps of the race here from Talladega. Go ahead and give a rundown here of this field, what we have right now. So we have Marty Schmela out front here in this number 8. We have Jordan Jung in the 62. David Hamrick is 3rd. Wyatt Youngblood is 4th. Give a call to Samuel Spolstra in this number 12, who's going to round out our top 5. We got Wyatt Blair in 6th. Sebastian Sapien is 7th. Papa Bear Campbell is 8th. Nolan Kelly is going to be, or Gavin Yalmans will be 9th. And then rounding out our top 10, we've got Nolan Kelly in the 88. Odell, who's still in this as well, along with Luke Gallagher, Mason Lidke, Chase Ingram, who is just soldiering this out right now with that heavy front end damage. Bradley Schmalin in the 4, George Carafides, Trace McDowell, and the Van Leer are still on the racetrack. 18 trucks still remaining here at Talladega. Get ready to go to green. Here we go for the restart. The pace car makes the hard left turn on the pit road. Get ready to reach the restart zone this time. Marty Schmela is going to lead us down to the green. This number 8. You've got Jordan Jung alongside him. Watches straight from the chopper cam. Green flag and we're back underway. Final 2 laps here from Talladega. And a disjointed start there by that inside line. The outside line with the advantage right now. Have the strength right now with 3 trucks. Might be 5 here with the 73 and the 71 going to join in this Tango line as well. They work on the backstretch. Jordan Jung takes over the lead. About the 12 of Samuel Spolstra to the inside. Tried to make a move to the bottom. Not going to work out for him as he gets a shove from Marty Schmela, but it's Jordan Jung out front. Wyatt Youngblood up to 2nd. You have Wyatt Blair behind. It's Wyatt 2nd and 3rd. And how about Papa Bear Campbell in the 71 up to P4. Next time in the stripe, it's going to be 1 lap to go here from Talladega. Look at him, and around goes Jordan Jung, right in front of the field. He's going to collect Nolan Kelly, Mason Lidke, Papa Bear Campbell. It's going to be the huge one on the final lap. We got to keep this race going. Spolstra and Wyatt Youngblood. Here comes Spolstra to the inside. David Hammer trying to shoot through the middle. How about George Carafides? And he gets turned by Trace McDowell. 5 trucks remaining here at the end of this race. You have Youngblood, you have Hamrick. McDowell has no help. Sapien trying to push this number 8 as much as he can, but we're down to 5 trucks. When will David Hamrick make his move? The 7 of Sebastian Sapien is going to give a shove here to Marty Schmela. Schmela, where is he going to go? Schmela goes to the top. Hamrick's going to block him off. Wyatt Youngblood in the middle. They're going to collide. Sapien. It's going to be a finish here toward the end. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Wyatt Youngblood with the win here at Talladega. And a KO right at the very end with Luke Gallagher and Liban Van Leer with a knockout punch. And Wyatt Youngblood goes to victory lane here at Talladega. We'll get him in the interview room here very shortly. Let's go back and take a look at that last lap with Jordan Jung going around. Back this up just a little bit. A little tap and around. He went right in front of the field. Nothing Nolan Kelly could do. There's Mason Lidke, Papa Bear Campbell. just a huge wreck going into turn number 1. And this kind of continued on after this, because we were down to the last couple of trucks remaining. Watch Trace McDowell here in the 38. Gets a huge head of steam, gets into the back of the 1 of George Carafides and sends him around, along with the 12 of Samuel Spolstra. So he's down to 5 trucks at the end. The 77 of Wyatt Youngblood and the 75 of David Hamrick. I honestly thought Schmela had probably the best chance here, at least to make a run. He goes to the outside of the racetrack. The 75 makes a partial block. All 3 of them collide. Youngblood is just trying to figure out which lane to block. He does just enough to get the win here at Talladega. Watch this KO punch right here from the 00. 60 finish them off. Go ahead and get Wyatt Youngblood now in the interview room and get his thoughts. All right, Wyatt Youngblood, this is Ryan Way in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Been a long time since we've seen you go to Victory Lane here in Rebel Valley Sim Club, but you got it done here on the high banks of Talladega. Yeah, we saw you at the beginning of the broadcast driving in reverse in the Riding the Dente scheme, and did a really good job blocking off the advance there from Marty Schmela. Talk to us about that entire last lap sequence and how you're able to get the win here at Talladega.
Yeah, I was trying not to turn myself, trying to block everybody, obviously, and I didn't think I was going to be able to hold everybody off there coming to the line because they split 3 ways, and I obviously can't block all 3 lanes at once, but somehow we were able to get it done, and yeah, that was one of the craziest last laps I've had at Talladega.
Yeah, and it was a lot of masterful driving right there. A lot of mirror driving for sure, just trying to figure out which line to block. Out of the drivers in that pack, were you kind of more worried about the guy in 3rd place or kind of more worried about the driver right behind your rear view, and that was the 75 of David Hamrick?
I was a little bit more worried about the guy right in my rearview mirror because I knew he would go wherever the guy in 3rd place would go and try to block him and get the run. So yeah, I was just trying to keep him behind me and block him and try to make sure he didn't get around me at all.
Well, either way, you got the win here tonight. Does everybody want to give a shout out to before we close out the live stream?
Yeah, Top Speed Graphics, Tron Security, and yeah, everybody that helps me out.
All right, Wyatt, thank you for taking time here for an interview, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
All right, and that is Wyatt Youngblood, the number 77, who got it done here tonight. So we had 4 different winners in 4 races here in Rebel Valley Sim Club. It's always the type of parity you want to see. And first time we've seen this Wyatt Youngblood go to Victory Lane. He gets it done here at Talladega. So that's going to be the end of our stream here tonight. We had 4 races on the channel for the first time ever. That finish at the end just did not disappoint. Congratulations to all of our winners tonight. I'm going to start things off here. We'll congratulate Trace McDowell on his win in race number 1. In race number 2, we had Jordan Jung at Martinsville. Race 3, Wyatt Blair at Sobo. And then race 4, Wyatt Youngblood at Talladega. So I want to thank you everyone for coming out here for tonight's races. And we'll see you guys next time. My name is